Hello, friends and enemies. It's me, V. Right now I am waiting for my laundry to get done. Yes, I have laundry, and yes, I am sitting in a car. I have a car. Yay to that. I have a car. That's awesome. Um, the last 3 weeks have just been wild. And they have been really eye-opening. There's been a lot of crying. I don't know if it's because of Venus and Mercury retrograde, and apparently there's supposed to be a Uranus or Pluto in retrograde, and that means like unrest and all that. I have to look it up, but I believe that's what it was talking about. Anyway, you didn't want to ask about that. Very grateful. My aunt was like, "Hey, I'm getting a car. Do you want this car?" And I'm like, "Yes, yes, yes, thank you." So I have this car now. I have a car so I can drive to work. Mentally, I still feel if the week before the week where I went and put up stuff, I already wasn't feeling like I was mentally there. And then the next 2 weeks, the next 2 weeks after that, and that includes this week, I just started thinking of the past, and not in a good way, but more of a, oh my gosh, that happened to me and I survived way. And there were two instances that really just took me out. The first one was hearing that someone that had molested me was doing great in life. One of the people that molested me is doing great in life. Actually, several of them are doing great. And it just fucked with me because I'm like, here I am, afraid to lose weight because if I lose weight, someone can hurt me like they hurt me. I am fearful of being in relationships because I equate intimacy and love with just showing my body or doing whatever for someone else. And these motherfuckers are married, they have kids, boys in some cases, and they're just flitting around life and nothing has happened to them. And it really fucked with me. Like mentally, it fucked with me. I know I'm smiling, but I was crying my eyes out. Last night, I was crying my eyes out for a good hour and a half because I was just like, what the fuck? And it pissed me off. It still pisses me the fuck off. And then someone else was talking to me and I said, where do you see me as with some stuff? And they were like, you're obsessive, but not as obsessive as you were. Then that also made me go into a tailspin because I realized I was not respecting people's boundaries. And I thought it was a prank. I thought it was being jokey. I was doing stuff where they were like, can you please not do that? And I kept doing it. Instead of saying, hey, let's not do this really creepy. I was sending people these creepy ASMR because there was one person that was into it, but the others weren't. The majority of them weren't. I stopped. But the thing is, I had kept doing it up until that point. So now, anytime they get an email from me that has a link, they just immediately delete it. Or if I send them any email, they just delete it because they're like, it's just going to be about creepy ASMR or whatever else. When someone said it grosses me out, instead of me saying, okay, grosses them out, I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to send it as one person. I thought it would be funny to do it because then I hear them go, like, ew, it's so gross, stop. That was a boundary that I stepped over. It was fucking gross. And I am sorry for doing that. I'm sorry for doing that. That was me taking away someone else's power. And then that fucked with me because I kept thinking like, you don't like it when people take away your power, but here you are not listening to someone's boundaries, not respecting their boundaries, and being a fucking piece of shit. So that's why I've taken off time, because I've sat back and I've looked at my actions and been like, I am affecting people. To Thunder, I am sorry. I know I've kind of said I'm sorry, but I don't think I've actually said how sorry I am for hurting you and making you feel uncomfortable. You should be allowed to live and thrive. I am sorry to Derek Lancourt. I am sorry to Marty Hagedorn for terrorizing you guys in high school and then trying to blame it as, well, it was this or that. Someone called me a predator in an email. They said, you're a fucking predator. How does it feel? And I was like, I'm not a predator. But these guys, the two guys that I said, they said their boundary. They said, can you stop, following me around? Can you stop taking photos? Now, I was taking photos because I was like, oh, in my head, I was saying the reason why I'm taking photos is because I want to capture real life and all this stuff. And I did it to a lot of people. And the thing is, that wasn't okay. It was creepy. It was weird. And I wish I hadn't done it. And I know that Marty was like, yeah, okay, whatever. But still, I hurt them by being an asshole. So I am sorry. And I'm also saying this because I realize, you know what? They don't have to, they don't have to forgive me. They're very well. And I know Derek Lancourt is probably like, fuck you to the highest degree. He's probably like, I don't want anything to do with you, Veronica. And he's within his right. Because I hurt people. My intention was, oh, I'm going to be funny. But the impact was so great. And what I'm trying to say is, listen to people when they say they have boundaries. Because you may think, oh, it's funny, it's a prank. A prank usually ends where everybody's laughing. If you're doing a prank and you are the only person, or a joke, or you are the only person that's laughing, guess what? That's not a joke. That's not a prank. That's harassing someone. And it's gross. Look inward. Do something else and do better. And that's what I learned. That's what I learned the last few weeks I've been gone, is just to do better. And and I even thought like, oh, I'm cured. I'm cured. No, I'm not. I'm not cured. I need to go back to therapy. That's what the fuck I need to do. And I need to really go in and find out, why is it that I do stuff when people tell me, hey, this is my boundary. Why do I continue to toe the line instead of just respecting their boundary as a no? I really wish I knew. But I don't currently. So I will just let you guys go. And as always, fuck Tom Brady.